Alright, guys, we are back with Elite International Detective. Ready to take on something other than the supermarket that we could not brook. We just could not get past the front entrance. It was like Bart in the episode where his soul gets stolen in The Simpsons and the doors would not open for us. Although in this case, the doors wouldn't open because there were constantly criminals pointing automatic weapons at us, standing in the entrance. Let's go instead. Am I in the right thing? No. Let's go instead to the government building to meet an informant. Or maybe we already did that. Did I just travel twice to the government building? I think I just wasted some time, and maybe I'll lose because the time limit will end up being... That's the other reason why we couldn't just stand there trying to do that. We have a time limit. I don't remember when that time limit is till, but we have a certain date and time we have to be done by, or I imagine Ellie Lawlem will die. You're out of luck, buddy. Shit happens. Wrong place, wrong time. Let's travel east until it dictates we go north. Now, of course, there's every possibility that the reason we were having trouble there was not that it was, a go to the hideout of the enemy mission, but rather that the game gets harder as you progress. And when we get to the government building, we'll find the same thing that's been overtaken by thugs. But I don't suspect so. I don't think so. Ah, fuck off. Zed. Run like the wind. Run like a kangaroo. Anything in here? Oh, we did find a weapon. But this weapon is definitively not good. How do we get it? G? G for get. We can now see it does damage, flat damage 2. Whereas our Remington Double Derringer does 4d2, which is 4 to 8. There's no reason to ever use the Mauser, period. Which is fine. We'll just add it to our gun collection when we get home, I guess. Let's go around the building this way. I was moving too fast. Alright, he's dead. Let us continue apace. Let's even go one further. Streetwise. The southeast, eh? Alright, let's continue east on this street again. Southwest. Alright, so it's directly south of us here-ish. Could be here. Why are you huddling next to me? Am I like a fucking tank you're hiding behind? Am I gonna somehow protect you? I'm not gonna protect you. I'm gonna shoot you. You research around and find out that the criminal was in Sidney but has already fled Australia. Further cooperation with the Interstate Networks provides 2 potential locations. You interrogate the informant, revealing the following clue for the location of the criminal. Postcard with a large red bridge. San Francisco? That's Golden Gate Bridge. The fuck has a postcard? I have some info that'll come in handy. Now, here's what I ask you. It's 1922. Is it cheating for me to look up on the internet what has a postcard with a large red bridge? Probably. Probably have to go to do a different mission to get more information. To narrow it, or we guess, or we're like, I'll just guess it's one of these two. Let's go back to the exit vector here. Yeah. Ah! I moved wrong. I meant to shoot and I moved. You can't walk there. because you suck. Let's go to move. Let's go to the airport first. Because if we only have two options where to fly, and one of them we're like, we can rule out, then at least we'll know, right? San Francisco. That was my first guess, but Golden Gate Bridge, is it red? I guess it is, isn't it? San Francisco it is. In 1776, the Spanish established a fort at the Golden Gate and a mission named for Francis of Assisi on the site. The California gold rush in 1848 propelled the city into a period of rapid growth, increasing the population in 1 year from San Francisco as the financial... there's a little... I'm guessing his final sentence is getting cut off. Maybe his character array couldn't fit enough information or something. I don't know. But we've seen that now a couple of times. Sometimes the information gets cut off. San Francisco is the financial, cultural, and transportation center of the San Francisco Bay Area and one of the most important cities on the U.S. West Coast. You have trustworthy info confirming the location of the criminal. Fucking right. I know exactly where that fucker is. Somehow. How? How do I know that? I guess this is the criminal hideout. I guess we're at the final stage of the mission here, guys. We're still armed with exactly what we started with. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't know. We haven't seen anything in use but Mausers and Calibris by the enemy. The Calibri, for the record, by the way, let's just so we know what we've been up against so far, is an SMG, like our Bergman. Our Bergman, incidentally, is the shittiest SMG. No, it's not. The Calibri is not. The Calibri is a pistol. It's slightly better than the Mauser. Instead of rolling 1 to 2 damage, it does 1 to 3 damage. Or maybe it just does 3. I don't know. It's hard to say. So it says here, it does 1 to 3 damage. Or it rolls... Oh no, maybe it rolls 3. It rolls 3 one-sided dice, i.e. it does 3 damage. Calibri does a flat 3 damage per shot. That and the Mauser, which does a flat 2 damage per shot, are the only things we've had fired at us so far. I assume it's going to change. I feel very ill-prepared. But let's go to the criminal hideout. I don't know what to do with this map. Alright. The criminal hideout is to the northeast. Let's go east until it tells us to go north. And let's be very slow, because I assure you, some bad shit's going to be coming here. He's firing at us. Still a Mauser. Still a goddamn Mauser. Mauser again. This also reminds me very slightly, this game is far superior to what I'm about to describe, but it reminds me very slightly of, give me a second, Urban Escape, is that what it's called? When we were like a paratrooper dropped behind enemy lines in a city and we had to escape the city. This game is definitely playing far better than that game played, but it does remind me slightly of that. There's another Mauser. What the hell am I going to do with a Mauser? There's a Calibri. Let's go get it just to add it to our arsenal. Because, haha, we have a Calibri. Yeah, you can see it does damage 3. Got it. As opposed to ours, which does 4 to 8. We're better off with the Bergman than the... Although that fires 10 squares, ours only fires 5. But we're not even seeing enemies at 10 squares, are we? It's not like they're sniping us from off screen. So I'm not too worried about that. He's dead. We didn't even take a damage. Let's duck into the odd building, see if we can't find anything else en route to this thing, because I am nervous about what this final fight may be like. I assume awful. If we couldn't get in a fucking supermarket, how the hell are we going to get in here? It's going to be the same thing, I bet you. We're not going to be able to get past the door, is my prediction. Unless we have a better weapon. If we can find like a fucking anti-tank gun that we can pocket in our blue suit, then I think we'll be okay. Well, weapons are kind of plentiful in here. no useful weapons yet, but it does pay to explore. Maybe I should have been exploring all this time. Maybe that's the fatal mistake. I shouldn't say fatal. I haven't lost yet. That's my fatalistic attitude. Hello, sir. Boom. But we can scour it now. Wah! Oops. I was looking at the text. The civilian is bathed in his own blood. That's what you get. Lucky I don't finish you off. He's shooting a Mauser back. Okay, we are at 14. Let's not just rush ahead. Let's take a little bit of time. Okay, we're okay now. 18. Now it's to the northwest, so it's above us. It's either in, like, it could be in this building. Look out there, tease. It's still to the northeast, so it's not in this building. I'll check this building for weapons, though. Oh my god. This thing's following me around. What are you doing? Why are you following me? Is this the guy I accidentally shot earlier? Is he like trying to get vengeance, but he can't because he doesn't have any arms because I blew them off? Or because he's a townie and townies don't get weapons? I don't know. He is following me though, right? I'm not fucking making that up. Not anymore, he's not. Criminal hideout to the north. Ah, we swapped positions like fucking do-si-doed. Still got enough health that we should push forward, in my opinion. Because we really don't want to get caught up in a situation where, again, they're just multiplying like @ rabbits. I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close to the source of all evil here. The Hellmouth. Oh, fuck. I'm certain of it, actually. But we still need health back. Come on, health. This is probably it. Do we enter? No, we don't. We die. Alright. I'm 85% sure we want to get through that door where that @ is. Probably not to end the game. Probably then we have a big boss fight or something. But there's 3 of them here, and we have 4 health. I would say the odds are extreme that when I try to run, I'm going to die, but they're even more extreme that if I don't try to run, I'm going to die. So let's fucking try to run. You drop dead. This is the end for you. Alright, guys. Well, we certainly made it a lot further in Elite International Detective than we did previously. And I'll tell you this, I actually genuinely had fun playing that. I'm concerned about the balance of it, only in that we could find weapons aplenty. And admittedly, we didn't search as much as we should have. Maybe we should have been searching... again, Slashy, I'm sure he'll watch this. He watched the last one. If I had searched the other buildings more diligently, would I have potentially found better weaponry? Was that my mistake? Because as it is, we neither found weaponry superior to that with which we started, nor did we encounter any enemies using weaponry that was even as good as that with which we started, even though we were at the end game, seemingly. So I went out of my way last time to get stats from him about all the weapons, but they didn't come into play because we didn't see any of those weapons in action, aside from a couple. I think we saw 4 actions, 4 weapons: a Mauser, a Calibri, a Bergman, and a double Derringer. The only 4 weapons we saw in the game. And yet we constantly found as we approached either that previous enemy hideout or this big-ass enemy hideout, the enemy hideout, to end all enemy hideouts, that the enemies were spawning there for sure. There was not a finite number. They were spawning, I assume. If I'm wrong, tell me. They seem to be spawning there infinitely. And if we run around a corner to heal, by the time we've healed, there's more. And then they injure us, and then we have to run around a corner and heal. And then we go in and ad infinitum. The only way we'd ever get past that, I think, is to either get extremely lucky and kill something in a doorway really quickly and then dash past it. But I have no idea what's waiting for us inside. I would assume more enemies. I'd assume in this case the boss, at least. So to even the odds, the only thing I can think of is we need a better weapon. And we never found one. So yes, those are my questions for you now, Slashy, are... If I'd searched better, would there have potentially been better weapons laying around just unguarded in rooms elsewhere? Should I have been doing that? That's A. B, is there a way to heal that I have not yet detected? C, what is the communication device for? Every time I used it, I didn't notice an effect. Maybe it was healing me and I didn't notice. I don't know. I didn't see a use for it. That's it. But yes, genuinely had fun. I will include a link, even though we played it before, I'll include a link in the first video of this series where you can find this game. As well as there you'll find all the information I've gathered on the game. And maybe it'll give you just the leg up you need to play it. It's worth your time. See ya later. B for exit. Now I'll stop recording.